I think that we are live. All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Ryan from Mr. Mom Collectibles. We are here. TikTok Don. Yeah, we were. I was talking to my new streaming buddy in the back. He said, I'm here with someone new. Just that was a new. We talked a while on YouTube and stuff. So I figured, hey, you want to come on for a little bit and
Right.
stream. So this is Rudy's 1/6 World. So Rudy, I just
Yep.
we've been talking on YouTube, exchanging video comments and stuff like that. And then I just was like, hey, I'm gonna stream. You want to come on? And I don't think you've ever streamed before. So you're like, yeah, whatever. We'll jump on and try it and let's see what's going on. And so there you are, my
Yeah, it's
friend.
my first stream ever, so this is exciting for me.
Yeah, you are in the streaming pool, so to speak, of the cesspool of streaming. No, it's not bad. Yeah, but I figured we just talk about some stuff and just like I said, talk about what's been everyone that's been talking about in terms of I know you and I've been talking about the Joker, the Anakin, and then
Right.
at first I didn't know if we would have a lot to talk about, but then we got some Star Wars releases, the Black Panther, stuff like that. So yeah, I figured we talk about some stuff and just kind of jump right into it. So and then what I'll do is show you off your channel and everything like that, what's going on, and we'll take it from there. But let's
Sounds
take a
good.
look at see who we've got in here. Don Prime's obviously he's the first one as always. Don, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Boba Fettuccini, hey, he's another one that we got to get on streaming sometime soon. Boba Fettuccini, hope you're doing great, my friend. Payton is here, Payton 23. I hope you're doing great, my friend. And yeah, Rudy. There you go. Fresh meat. That's
Fresh
right.
meat.
Fresh meat for the chopping block. Yeah. The movie canon. Hello, everyone. Happy Artisan Day 2. Well, yeah, it's over and done with. So it's we lick our wounds. Those who
Right.
succeeded, those who have failed, and some that didn't even care. I mean, it's just it is what it is. But we'll talk about all that. 1/6 enthusiast. If I could talk. What's good, people? What's going on with you? Jeff is in the house. I missed out on the Anakin. Don't understand how. Well, yeah, I think I understand how I missed out on, and I did and I didn't. So we'll talk about that. Eric, channel member, what's up, everyone? Eric, hope you're doing great. And then there's Don says he's back to 95%. I know you were suffering from COVID a couple weeks ago, and so I hope you're doing great, Don. I know you went to that con up in Boston and you were feeling sick, so I hope you're doing well, my friend. I see you're in the sneaker game, getting some sneakers and stuff, and you're posting pictures and stuff like that, having fun. So yeah, either way, so we'll get into it. But first thing I want to do is before we get into it, Rudy, I'm going to bring you up and your channel up real fast. So I want to give everyone I have Rudy's information in the description of this live stream. So definitely go over, check out his channel, and subscribe if you haven't. I browse around and I just stumble upon channels. Sometimes the algorithm just feeds it. I think that's actually what happened. The algorithm just feeds stuff.
Right.
I was looking at reviews of channels and stuff like that, or sometimes there's just videos of like I want to see reviews on certain figures and stuff, and just certain ones come up. There's a couple people recently that I started subscribing to and watching their stuff. And they're more like video content heavy versus stream heavy, which is nice because I feel like everyone now is like streaming. And so I stumbled upon your channel, and there was definitely a couple videos like reviews. It was definitely I remember the Moon Knight. I watched your Moon Knight video, and I watched a couple other ones. Spider-Man. There's you can see I've been watching certain recap videos and stuff like that. And I was just dropping comments on there. Then you were dropping comments on me. We were kind of subscribed to each other, and we
Right.
just kind of started a conversation on Instagram. But I mean, just to kind of before we get into the nitty gritty of stuff. So it's like kind of give me a little rundown, like how long you've been collecting 1/6 scaled. Is that all you collect, and kind of what's your backstory for people?
So I'm gonna date myself a little bit. I've been in this, I want to say almost 20 years now.
No,
So I've been
really.
collecting for a while. Yeah, some of those like Resident Evil figure reviews, I bought those when they came out, and I used to live in an apartment before I got moved to a house, so I've had them in storage. And I finally pulled them out of storage, and I thought, now's the time to kind of unbox them. And I was doing it, I realized I didn't see a lot of those videos going up. Everybody's heavy in Star Wars. I'm heavy in Marvel. So I thought, let me start doing some of this. It'll be fun. It gave me an excuse to kind of play around with my figures and pose things up. And I just thought, I thought maybe I could give my 2 cents on some things and some people might be interested. I really did it for fun, right? It was just meant to be fun, meant to be, I love this hobby. It's pretty much 6 scale. I do have my Conan, premium format there. It's probably, I think, one of 2 statues I have, but it's pretty much the only thing I've been doing for the moment. So I'm heavy on the 6 scale, and I just thought, well, let me do something fun with it, really, because I started feeling like I was getting a little bogged down where I would get a new figure, pose it, put it in a shelf, and then that was it. So it kind of brought the hobby a little bit more to life for me. So yeah, it's been a journey so far.
Now, so now when it comes to, because like I said, I discovered you from, like I said, the 6 scale. When it comes to like Hot Toys, for example, like are you primarily on like one specific IP? I see. I mean, obviously, I'm based on your channel. There's Spider-Man. You got Marvel here. You got. I mean, are you into just like Marvel, Star Wars? You kind of all over the place. You kind of like what kind of,
So
what kind of gets you?
when I started, I was one of those collectors that loved everything Hot Toys did. So I was
Yeah,
collecting everything. It didn't even matter what IP it was, as long as it looked good, I was gonna buy it.
yeah,
Right. And then just like everything happened, right? You could get a figure for $140. Now we're at the 300 mark. I had to start
yep,
kind of honing that down. So I got heavy into Marvel. And
yeah,
that's kind of, you pick Marvel, Star Wars, and you had DC. So I kind of focused on the Marvel IP. And I know there's a lot of negative, connotations with right now. It's not what it used to be, but I'm still
yeah,
pretty much involved. I was picking up a lot of the Star Wars figures. Like I have the entire Force Awakens line, and then I had to get a little more selective with cost. So I'm actually starting to jump back into Star Wars right now. I've got
yeah,
the Riva, the Obi-Wan, the Grand Inquisitor. I've got
yeah.
those on pre-order, and I'm kind of just trying to figure out where I'm going to go with Star Wars because it's such a broad IP that it's so easy to get overwhelmed with that. And I don't know that I have the I don't have the budget to do all of Star Wars right now. I'd love to because they have so many great pieces, but I kind of stuck with the Marvel. I've been heavy in the X06 Star Trek 2
Yep.
stuff, but I'm starting to dig into the Star Wars again. I just can't. Um, I have a desire to pick up some pieces, and they're so good that I just feel like I can't pass on some of those.
No, I guess you absolutely. No, 100%. Listen, I dropped your channel link in the live chat. I just dropped it underneath. So I dropped your link to your channel there. You're sitting at 129 subscribers. Let's subscribe to him, get him up. Obviously, some great content. And it's just one of those things where it's just collectors. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like you're out there
Yeah,
just doing some reviews. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. And so like that's what I love about it. So that's what it is, man. So I really like it a lot.
no,
So
I
I'm
appreciate
really
that.
enjoying the content and stuff, and that's what it's all about, man. So that's what it
Yeah,
is. So,
yeah, no, and
but
I appreciate it
yeah,
coming from you. That means a lot.
no, it's absolutely, I loving the stuff, and like I said, you're always welcome back on the streams as always going forward. So hope we're gonna have some fun. So that being
Yeah,
said,
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
let's have some fun and talk about the topics of the day. And basically, what that is, it's this stupid guy, this one, which has been a pain in the ass for the view. Let's
Right.
let's go like this. Yeah, so this pain in the ass. So the Joker, right? So obviously, I mean, recap for me. Were you successful? I know you and I talked. Were you successful in getting anything? Or I know you said, I think you missed out on the rooted, but you thought about the sculpted.
Right, I thought about the sculpted, JC Hong had those sculpted pictures that he posted that just look
Yeah,
phenomenal, and I actually thought the sculpted might look better than the rooted. I decided I wasn't gonna go for either of them. I had a little FOMO, and then I thought I was at work, and I was heading out to lunch because I had a long call, and it was 12:05, and I thought, "Let me see what I could do," and that was a mistake, right? 12:05 was way too late for that guy already. Um, but right now I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to pick up the sculpted one because it just looks pretty good. I still have the older ones, the original, the very first MMS release. Then I have the Bank Robber Joker and the original DX. So I kind of capped it at that, and I told myself I'm pretty satisfied. But looking at how good this looks, I don't know. I'm kind of having a little back and forth on whether or not I'm gonna click and buy that one right now. Now you got both
gotcha.
of them, right?
Yeah, I was able to obtain both of them yeah, I got them overseas. So I got them there. I was successful in the sideshow one also for the rooted. So I have that lined up for somebody. So I will get rid of that. But I did want the sculpted one too. So I do have the sculpted. Excuse me, my voice is like gone, so to speak. But the Joker seemed more readily available to everybody. It was weird because I was in some chats and I was watching people, like we were talking live while things were going on, and basically it seemed pretty successful for the
Right.
most part. And I think that honestly had to do with the fact that the sculpted and the rooted were both put up at the same time. I had reservations about it, to be honest. When I found out that they were both going up at the same time, I was concerned, and I thought that would really boggle everything down, so to speak. But I got to say, it probably did help facilitate better because not everyone was going after. Because there was people going into it, basically saying that there wasn't people that I knew that wanted the rooted up front. They wanted the sculpted. I thought that Sideshow might have put the sculpted up maybe an hour or two after, once everything is kind of
Right.
subsided, but they were ballsy to put them both up. And I mean, I have to say, I think it worked out pretty well for the most part. Those who, it seemed like for the Joker, everyone who got what they wanted basically got. And I know there's some people
Right.
that were able to get one, go back in and get another. So it was just like,
Right.
okay, it's what it is. The
I mean,
one thing I
it seemed
was,
like if you got in, sorry, Ryan. It seemed like if you got in
no,
there at right at noon or earlier, you had a pretty good shot at getting it at least.
yeah, 100%. 100%. Uh, absolutely. And the one thing about it is that I have to admit, um, I was sticker shocked by the price. I kind of
Yeah.
expected the prices to be high, but like, 515 out and that's not even out the door. That's like 575,
Yeah.
it's and then
Shipping and
the
taxes.
365 um it's just like it's insane, absolutely insane. And so I mean, I was just worried about the pricing. I mean, the I was really concerned about this, and like I was like, "Eesh," because I know everyone was talking about like in art and everything being like super expensive and stuff like that. These prices, they're not far off, 365, and then with tax and shipping from Sideshow, you're pushing 400 for the
Right.
sculpted. So it's kind of like I don't know how much of a leg to stand on is for this one. I really don't. But it was an interesting thing because there was a couple things to look at. And number one was when people, let me see if I can pull this back a little bit. One thing that I noticed is that on the front page, it said limited edition 4,000. I almost was wondering if 4,000 actually was for Sideshow and not just worldwide, because it just seemed like
Wasn't
there
it
was so much.
worldwide though?
I think originally it was supposed to be 4,000 worldwide. I almost wonder if it was supposed to be worldwide 4,000 or if it's 4,000 Sideshow. We'll never know. But it just was
Right.
intriguing to me how readily available it was. And the thing is that Sideshow and Hot Toys did a real ingenious marketing strategy. And I kind of said this before. And what that is that they never released the price until you had to
Right.
wait in the queue.
Right.
So, like, I guarantee there's people like, I guarantee if people knew how much these were up front, how many people would still have went through the whole queue process knowing how much they were. And that being said, it was ingenious marketing because a lot of people, wait like me, I waited the hour. Other people waited the hour. Very few people I know,
Right.
I'm sure some people got in right away, got in, got out. But for the
Right.
most part, you had to fight the queue, you waited, and then you got the chance to buy it, and then it's like, "Whoa, holy crap, it's this amount of money?" Like, at that point, what are you gonna do? It's like standing in line for something outside of Best Buy for an hour. You get in there,
Right.
are you really gonna walk out empty-handed? I mean, I'm sure there's a few people that had their morals that were like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this," and they just backed out. But for the most
Right.
part, there were definitely people that were like, "Okay, well, I waited this long. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it." And for some, it was a $50 NRD. You put down a $50 NRD, and then you don't have to worry about it for 8 months. So it's just like it's one of those
Right.
things where it's like it's just that's the mindset I had where I had to say it was ingenious. I think because if they would have released the pricing early, it probably would. I mean, they still would have sold out. Who are we kidding? But I think there's a
Right.
certain amount of people that were turned off by it, so to speak, just because they knew up front that the pricing was going to be high. But nevertheless, it worked. They sold out. I think the
Yeah.
Joker sold out in like 31 minutes, and I think Anakin sold out in like 15 to 20.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it
because
was.
they for Anakin, they had the line on pause, and then they were giving those updates, right? Like 25% gone, 50%, 75%, almost sold out. I was waiting online to see if I could get one, and yeah, that one sold out pretty quickly, I thought.
Yeah, no,
Looking at the
100%.
Joker though, I think you're definitely right. I think sticker shock for me, I was also waiting to see what that was, and when I saw the 515, I also wonder how many people saw that and then decided, "Let me just go for the sculpted," and maybe
Yeah,
that made
no,
the
what
sculpted much more palatable in
uh,
365.
yeah, you're right about that, and but I think that if you think about the mindset, people went in and for, they got into it. I think also you hear the stories about people. I mean, we're not, we're not, we all know the queue process. Everyone who's watching, everyone probably
Right.
did it, but like certain people were able to put coupons on and get it through with coupons. Some people were able to use rewards. I know some people tried using rewards and coupons and then they got like an error message and kicked them out. So it's like people who knew long enough that like they weren't playing games. They were just going to get in, get it, and get out. Basically, like when I
Right.
got one, that's just what it was. So I think that people had it put people in a position where they had very limited time to think about what they wanted. Like you said, one or the other, boom, 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 just get it and get out.
Right.
And obviously there's other people that are, the sculpted is still readily available right now. It is. But they never made that perfectly clear whether or not this was going to be available. That's why I thought that maybe it would have been released afterwards. But the fact they put it up at the same time, that kind of made me a little concerned that like, whoa, is this one a timed release also? Like, is this one,
Right.
going to be in the same situation? So, but nevertheless, but I want to jump back in and see. Oh, Don Prime said he subbed to. There you go.
Oh, thanks,
Insane
Don Prime.
one. Insane one. Hello. I hope you're doing great. And, plugging us both, plugging me there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Who else? Vanessa's in the house. She's saying, "What's up, folks? I hope you're doing great as well." What else we got? Jordan said, Jordan, she paid $568 total for me. Yeah, I mean, it's just
It's a pricey one.
it's a pricey one, yeah, and I hope it delivers. It really will. And Don is saying, the Anakin was done in 16 minutes. Yeah, 16, 20. We're not
Yeah.
far off. Big Dog Pound One giving the woo to everybody. That's his if you Big Dog Pound One, he's notorious in all the chats for hitting us with the Ric Flair woo as his greeting to everybody. See, the problem with me is I'm getting over I had a bad sinus infection and my throat has been kind of raspy, so I can tell. So I can never hit those high notes of the woos anyway. So I chose to create a special message just for Big Dog Pound One. I play this video only for him when he's present. So take a moment, and this is my hello to Big Dog Pound One.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! There
you go. So yeah, thanks, brother. Yeah, that's all for you. I don't think anyone else has done it for you, so that's why I make sure. But anyway, yeah, like I said, the Joker, it's just what it was. I mean, it's just and for those that were able to, like Peyton says, it's cool that reward points were working on the Joker. Yeah, if they were able to work, it was great. You know what I'm saying? If you were able to put it on payment plan, that was great. That's one of the things comparing to, because to be honest with you, this opened up another layer of the cake with the whole. I'm sure you see it if you're in the groups, the whole Hot Toys in art debates and all that stuff about which one is better and all that stuff. Now that we have the pricing for the Jokers, that kind of opens up another layer, so to speak, another chapter in the book. Because for me, the price now doesn't seem so far. You're talking 400 for the sculpted. I think the in art's around 350, 400 for the sculpted. And so now it's kind of like you're really kind of getting them very close together where you're splitting hairs on them, so to speak.
I think the question for me when I saw the pricing was, is this just a natural price increase that happens when you go this kind of rooted hair version? Or is this Hot Toys responding to the in-art cost and seeing people are willing to pay this much money?
I would agree with that one. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that at the end of the day, we answer with our wallets, and Hot Toys saw the fact that they're able to charge this amount of money and the fact that they sold out so fast. And like Don says right here, the Anakin is the fastest selling hot toy on Sideshow history. You don't think they know that? So the fact that they know that knows that they can charge that amount of money. And that's what's crazy about Anakin, is that it's still that you're charging that money for Anakin. And I thought that he'd be more expensive than the Joker, but yet Anakin's probably gonna be more sought after, realistically. And he doesn't even come with all leather, cloak, all his stuff isn't even real leather. It's mostly just the head sculpt and something. So it's just crazy how they could put that price up there. And I think I said this before, like a month or two ago, like Hot Toys already set the exclusivity mark compared to in art, because they're telling you that there's going to be X amount. Now, whether you believe that or not, but by Hot Toys saying that there's 4,000, they've already established the exclusivity factor. So in my opinion, they already went up a notch. I know in art tried doing the whole like 48-hour window thing, and that kind of backfired. Yeah, so that whole debacle by attempting to establish exclusivity, which is fine. It's what it is. But Hot Toys set it up front, like boom, 4,000. This is what it is. Anakin 3,000. This is what it is. So right
Right.
off the bat, that and you knew that was already going to put people in a frenzy. But I got to say though, switching over to the whole queue system thing, I really can't complain about how it was done. Obviously, day one, day two, there was differences. Like day one with the Joker was different compared to day two today with
Right.
Anakin. Um, for me with the Joker, I didn't really have any problems with the queue system. I mean, I logged in 15 minutes early and it put me on a
Right.
timer. And then I logged in and then, it's what it was. I just got into it it wasn't anything crazy. Um, I think that a lot of people like what I did with the Joker is I had multiple tabs open. I kept opening up different tabs because I noticed when I had one tab on my screen and then I opened up another one, I would get a slightly different number. And apparently, what people were saying was with every tab you open, you were getting a random generated number, like in the queue
Right.
kind of thing. So honestly, not that it probably helped because I think there were so many Jokers available, but I was opening up like 5 or 6 tabs and seeing which one I had the lowest time and number, and I would jump on that one and close everything else out, and then I would reopen more tabs and it wasn't exactly moving the needle that much, but it was doing
It was
it
giving
was
you a
on
good chance.
it was doing that. I mean, that's no different than people having a phone out, a computer, a tablet. Like there was no difference in that. But
Right.
it just goes to show that it was really just randomly assigning stuff. And then, you get in, you get it. And then, but the Anakin situation was like, we'll let me see about moving over to poor Annie, because that one was where there he is right here, $410 for this guy here. And
Right.
I was on the wait list. It just had me on it. But yeah, this guy here, this one was definitely I see other people complaining heavily, like a lot more about it, but like this one definitely threw us for a curve because apparently I jumped on it 11, I want to say like 11:40. I remember my
Right.
screen changed to waiting. And then that was kind of like a pre to get even into the figure. So like it was a queue for a queue because the queue didn't
Right.
start till like 4:15. I mean, I'm sorry, 12:15 instead of 12
Right.
o'clock. And there was a lot. Everyone was getting those like your place in line has been paused. This, that. It was like a
Right.
lot of facilitating. So I expected it to be more aggressive, but I guess that's because everyone was fighting over one version of the figure. There wasn't a sculpted version and a rooted version. So
Right.
therefore, it created a lot more, as my thumbnail says, a lot of chaos, for the figure. And I got down to I took a screenshot of it. I had it when everyone's showing their screenshots online and everything. I think I was down to like 100 and something before it sold out. I was in like the
Oh, you made
100.
it closer than I did.
I was in like 120 and I had like 1 minute. I had 1 minute left and then it moved up to 2 minutes. It went from 1 minute to 4 minutes back down to 2 minutes. And then that's when it paused. It paused at like 2 minutes. And then I had like 100 something people there, 100 people, something there. And then it was like, I saw the percentage go to like sold out. I was like, oh,
Right.
damn, that sucks.
Right.
Um, that was crazy. And so I was just like, okay, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's what it was. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people wanted the exclusivity. This is what it was.
Yeah.
I wasn't too bummed about it. It was actually better than like, I mean, I don't mind them experimenting with different ways. We've had what 3 or 4 different versions of doing this. We have this queue system. The Iron Man D100 gave us the email system where you just got random
Right.
emails.
Right.
Captain America Stealth was just you went online and good luck. You just fought people for it. I mean, that was probably the worst
Right.
one. But
Right.
but yeah, I mean, did you have any luck with Anakin, or did you kind of experience the same fate as?
It was the same thing. I logged in way later than you. Like not way later, like 10 minutes later. So I was on at like 11:50 and I went through the exact same process, right? Where it was starting to get sold out. I made it to about 1,000 and then it sold out. But I'm with you. I think this queue system, I know people were complaining because of the randomized nature of it, and that especially some people were saying they've been online since 10 o'clock and they were
Yeah,
waiting and they just thought it was unfair. But I remember to your point about the kind of the stealth cap and it's just being like a free for all. I remember when Hot Toys used to do the Predator exclusives, right? They
yeah,
would do the exact same thing where it was just they would put them up for sale and I would remember logging in at work right at 11 o'clock and you're like tabbing to try to get your order, and that was first come first serve, and those things would sell out the same way. So sometimes they would have the same thing where the server would crash and you would be left kind of guessing. So I think of all the things they've experimented with, this does seem like at least a more streamlined version.
It's almost like Ticketmaster, you know, like Ticketmaster. I remember that's how you do it concerts now. Like they send you a link to go in. And I mean, at the end of the day, no system's fair. Everyone has a complaint. You're not going to appease everybody. But I do think the queue system was probably the best. I think the only thing that threw people off was like with the Anakin, there was like a queue for the queue. And everyone was like, whoa, what's going on? Because I was like in a group chat on one watching, we were all talking as it was going on. We're like, whoa, what's going on? Wait a minute, I understand what's going on here. At the end of the day, I don't think that really, what difference did it make if I didn't know? Like if you told me, hey, Ryan, the queue is going to start at 12:15, not 12 o'clock. Okay, it's 15 minutes. It didn't like change anything because I don't have any control. I just was online. I was at work, sitting there refreshing my screen, like I can't do anything. So it's like, it's what it is. Real quick, I want to jump in and say hello to some people. TX Boy 210 says, what up, 16 fam? Hope you're doing great. Collectors Entity says, I got in at 11:40 as well. I was fortunate enough to pick one up. Congratulations. I really, congratulations for that. It's awesome. And it's a good feeling too. It's a really great feeling. Commander Green, I hope you're doing great. Saying, hey Ryan, I hope you're doing great, my friend. Commander Green, you haven't checked him out. He has a great Instagram page with some fantastic photography and stuff like that. So definitely check out Commander Green. He's always posting great photos there, but some great stuff. And then TX Boy 210 says, man, I would have loved to get this guy at retail on Sideshow, but bottom line is glad I secured one prior since Sideshow fell. Same thing here, man. I got to be honest with you. I got the rooted Joker and the Anakin prior. I was trying to fulfill some favors of getting, the Anakin and stuff like that, but I had gotten them prior, paid more than that. But you know what? That's the game. And you know what? Here's my philosophy, to be honest with you. I kind of stopped buying a lot from Sideshow. I don't buy as much from Sideshow anymore. I buy more from local comic book shops that are offering better deals, like free shipping, no tax, for example, on figures. And so I'm saving money all the way through, like the Black Panther. I'm getting it from a comic book shop that I'm paying $280 out the door, not $280 plus tax, not $280 plus tax and shipping, $280. So for me, I live in New Jersey, you live in New Jersey. So for me, Sideshow, on average, that shipping and tax is around $45, anywhere between $35 to $45. I'm saving that with every single figure. So you imagine if I'm buying multiple figures at like $300 instead of paying,
it adds up.
It adds up. So you know what? That savings, I splurged a little on something else. That's just what it is. I splurged a little on something else. I'm still saving at the end of the day. So that's just me. Like the regular figures that I'm buying, like, the Phoenix Shans, the Cad Banes, I'm saving money on those, like $30, $40 a pop, where I can afford to splurge a little bit on this one. So it's about balancing the books, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just the way it is. So that's why I was totally fine with it, where it didn't break my budget. Like, oh my God, this is what it's going to be. I had no problem with it whatsoever. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. But yeah, that I had no problem with that at all. So like I said, the queue system thing is what it is. I mean, I think, how do I explain it? I think that, the time has come on these figures where I think they're going to pass. I think there's going to be some waitlist conversions, but I don't think there's going to be as many as what people think. Also, because for those people, I think you're going to see waitlist conversions closer to the time of release, because I don't know how many people were able to get these things on payment plans. I think a lot of people dropped their $45, $55 NRD, and then they just they're going to get that invoice in 8 months. I think when that time comes, you might see some cancellations. Like I got a waitlist conversion for the D100 Iron Man Mark 7. I got a waitlist conversion, but I sat on the email too long. I didn't get the email, and like 45 minutes went by. I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, I went to go look at it, and it was already gone. So I think people, when those invoices start coming in, that's when they're going to be price conscious. Like, I can't afford this. And then they're going to cancel, and they're going to eat
it's a big ticket figure.
Yeah.
It's a big pill to swallow. Yeah.
It really is, especially when you're working on other stuff. I mean, these invoices are just going to come out of nowhere. I mean, I know that the Wonder Woman hasn't shipped out yet from Sideshow, the WB 100, and neither has the Batman. Those are going to be another round of invoices that people are going to be like, oh shit, I forgot about that. I don't know if I could do that. Like $400. Um, but nevertheless, I'm just so there is some hope there, but I don't think there's going to be as many because to be fair, I think there's going to be a lot of people that did also not a lot, but there's going to be some people that bought it with the intention of flipping it, selling it, using it as trade bait, and then there's people that are just going to hold on to it for any reason. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of I don't think there's going to be a lot of waitlist conversions for these as much as maybe I wish there would be for people, but Big Dog Pound One
Right.
says, "Do you guys think Sideshow Collectibles gave their friends and family Anakin?" Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't. You know, it'd be really funny, Big Dog. In like 2 years, you find Terry or not Terry. I'm sorry. What's his name? Guy from Sideshow. It's a warehouse find, and it's a rooted Anakin.
Right.
Like, oh, we found this in the warehouse underneath the you know the stack of books or something like that. We found a rooted hair Anakin. The box is dented
Right.
and like yeah, then something's up definitely.
Yeah.
100%. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't want to like dwell too much on this because I think, everyone and their mother is streaming about it right now and on other channels. And so like we kind of licked our wounds about it. But the war stories. I mean, anyone who's out there in the chat that right now, let me know if anyone got it, passed on it. Did you guys get one, two, both? Let me know what you guys are, you know. Eric says I couldn't get the Anakin, did the best I can. I mean, that's all we can do, man. Absolutely.
Right.
Big Dog says I wanted this Anakin for the light up sabers. Yeah, I'm gonna touch on that and then we can jump to some other stuff. But the one thing there's two things that concern me about this figure, and they have concerned me, and I'm someone that has this like getting this figure. Number one, I don't think they're going to. I was telling Nate from Geeking Out about this. I said it would be amazing if like this because this has a year from release. It would be
Right.
crazy if they went back in and changed the outfit and made it all leather. That would be insane. Like a win for collectors if they went back in and made all of that leather instead of the pleather kind of material. If they just redid the whole thing in leather, I mean, that would be an ultimate upgrade on this figure. I think that would be outstanding if they did that. I think it should have been leather. I'm disappointed about that. And then the other thing is, I do hope that Dooku's saber they make it USB because as of right now, they're only advertising Anakin's as USB. Dooku's does not have the USB function as of right now. When it was on display, you only saw the wires coming out of Anakin's blue one. So I do hope they upgrade the red one to USB. So if they do that minimally, at least it makes it a little more valuable in terms of like you got two USB savers. So we'll see what happens, but I hope that's the one thing we get out of it is the USB dual sabers. That would be a nice touch. Jared's in the house. Jared, what up, folks? I hope you're doing great as well. I hope you're doing great this Friday evening. TX Boy 210 says it's really crushing because a lot of fans really wanted this and probably didn't get it. I wasn't going to get this one pass at any cost. Piece of Hot Toys history. Yeah, that's true. Some people are getting it just for the sake of like it is history, like it is the first
Right.
one. Well, it's one of two in the DX Artisan series. They're the first two. So some people are getting it because for that reason. Absolutely. Gamut says, "What's up, guys? I got one. I was number 5, but it wouldn't let me purchase until the third time. It was horrible." Well, hopefully you. I got one. I was okay. So you did get one. I was number 5, but I just want to reread that to make sure that you did get one. Okay, you did get one. I was like, I read that wrong. 1/6 enthusiast says pass on both, but happy to see we're getting a Dewback. We were going to talk about the
Yes.
Dewback. I was so pumped
Yes, the
about the
Dewback.
That doesn't. Yes, because if there's anything that made me lick my wounds about that is pre-ordering a Dewback. That was definitely the biggest thing. Eric says it's nice. The Anakin Skywalker is not elite yet. If they can change it to leather and both USB sabers, yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. I agree with that. As a matter of fact, let me bring this up on screen real fast. We got a couple people in there, but we'll tease this real fast. How about we tease this right here? Let's tease this to the people. So for those who don't know, I posted on my Instagram, but she has arrived, which is the Wonder Woman, the WB 100. I will excuse my poor. For those who don't, my background is a little off because I'm moving all my display cases around. I'm rebuilding some shelves, and this is my light box because I'm going to film the review. So my light box my room is just a disaster. So bear with me, but I want to just give you guys a little taste of the sculpt real fast. Hang on one second. I'm gonna pull you out on screen and just go. There you go. But this is the Yeah, there she is. That's the. I left all the plastic on and everything because I want to like review it and like have it on camera of taking it out of the box. So you guys can see how it looks. But here is the first looking. I had to open this up first and just get an idea of what it looks like. Sorry for the glare, but this is the Wonder Woman sculpt with the hair. And I was really concerned about the hairline and how it was parted. It looks pretty good to me from what I could tell. You see it's pressed down. The foam is pressing down on it. So all this stuff we're going to definitely take a look at because I saw there's only like 1 or 2 reviews up on this. So I was definitely taking a look at stuff and kind of seeing what, to expect. But yeah, there she is in the box. Looks really good though, from what I can tell. It's solid too. I mean, the hair moved. I actually dropped this by accident and didn't, there's nothing that you can see that. I mean, I'll be honest, like shake test. I mean, she's didn't even move. So it's solid. Let me pull back. There, now you got my ugly mug on camera. There you go. But
You know,
yeah, I
it's
mean,
funny.
it's
I know
solid.
they didn't.
It's solid in there. It's like I'm shaking this up and like
Yeah,
it's really not. It's solid in there. So
and I know they didn't
hair
advertise it as
hairline
part of
glue
the
looks
DS.
ugly on some photos shared by collectors. That's what. Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. That's what
Right.
I was worried about. I was actually worried about that. Is that the hairline? And I'm really trying to look at it. Like I'm not trying to boast, but I think my hairline looks really good. Like it looks really good. That's why I opened this up because the hairline there's like glue and it was like either the product in there. I was really concerned about that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just like I was sitting behind stage. I'm like, let me just crack this thing open and see what it looks like, just to make sure everything is like good. And real fast, I'll just give you guys one more thing. Rudy, continue what you were saying. I cut you off.
Yeah, no. I was saying, I think, even though she's not the DX Artisan line, she is pretty much that first version of this line that they're doing with the new type of hair.
Yep, she is the first. So this is just to give you an idea,
Oh, that
guys, of
looks great.
the box packaging. I mean, this thing's huge. The box is very big. It's really nice. Like I said, you have everything's in there. Shield, sword, all let, which is nice. The figure itself. So I mean, we're gonna break this thing open. I'll film the review tonight. There's the box. And for those who are wondering, I am someone who throws out my boxes almost 90% of the time. The box and the shipper goes in the trash. People will get very mad at me, but I can confirm this box will be staying in-house. It will not be thrown out. It is too nice of a box to throw out. So if Hot Toys keeps making the boxes like that, I will keep them. No problem. But I just don't have the space, to be honest. You can tell.
I'm with you. I'm with you. 20 years, I tried saving the boxes, and I just couldn't do it. The space they take up, just no way.
So, yeah, absolutely. So I'll I was hoping to get it yesterday, day before, but I really want to take my time with it only because it's something that not a lot of people have, and I'm not normally one to film reviews on stuff and like get stuff up. I'm not that. I don't get figures that early. I'm not a big reviewer. I've reviewed stuff that I want to review basically. But the Wonder Woman, I think there's only 2 actual YouTube reviews. There's MRC collections and then there's Justin's collections. And so there's other YouTube shorts and stuff. So I want to do it right and do and do a review of the figure properly from start to finish and just kind of show everything off, because it's going to be a piece of recorded stuff online that people are going to look at every so often and just look at. And like you said, it's the first rooted. Like even though the Joker and the Annie, this is the first one technically that they're going to start moving towards. So this is the one that kind of started it for me with the exclusivity and all that stuff. So I want to do it right. And I want to be honest with it because there's certain things that I don't like about it. I mean, I love the figure overall already, I can tell, but I have other Wonder Woman figures. I have the 84, the golden armor. So I want to do a comparison. I want to like take my time with it. So I'm happy I got it today because I'm probably going to start filming the review tonight into tomorrow and then edit it on Sunday, and I'll drop it Monday. So I think I'll do the review, probably I'll drop it like Monday morning and then let the world look at it and see what it's like. But I'm just going to try to take as best footage as I can, of it. I won't use my cell phone. I'll use my camera. That way it's like 6K, 8K, whatever it is. Right. Yeah. Can't wait for the review. Yeah. I'm going to do it Monday. So Monday, like after like 11 o'clock Monday, between 11 and 1, I'll drop it. That's usually when I drop the reviews. Yeah, it is beautiful. Absolutely. She looks good. I mean, first impressions are, it's very impressive. I mean, it is impressive. And thank you. I appreciate it. Wonder Woman is home. That's what we're all waiting for. Yeah, absolutely. And I have Eddie Rodriguez with a $1.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate your contribution. Let me see. I have a little thank you message for you. What do we want to go with in terms of a thank you? We'll do a little Ghostbusters.
Right. Anything. Thanks so much. Thank you. Hope we can help you again. Coming through.
There you go. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a gorgeous piece. I have my thoughts about it. So, and Big Dog says, I took the plunge to get Wonder Woman from Toys Wonderland. There you go. Congratulations. I hope you get it successful and everything is good. And congratulations, Big Dog. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I seem to already enjoying just looking at it. So it's awesome. So what I want to do, let me set up the screen here, and we are going to I open up my Facebook page, and the minute I open it up, it's just all everybody talking about Anakin and how they missed out on it. That's all it is. I feel bad, but I mean, it is what it is.
That's going to be the story for a couple of days, to be honest.
It's going to be the theme 100%.
People are upset. Yeah.
Curious, did you get your Wonder Woman from Sideshow, Mr. Mom, or a spot you got your Anakin Joker? That's quick. I actually got my Wonder Woman from, and I'll put him in the video because I thank him a lot. William Wong is who I got my Wonder Woman from. As a matter of fact, let me give him a little shout out. William Wong, for those who don't know, William Wong, he's a reseller in the community, but he has I mean, he's a really nice guy. I'll put here's his Facebook page. So this is his YouTube page. It's Hot Toys 16 Statues buying pre-order, UK, USA, Australia, news based. And so he's this is where I got the Wonder Woman from. He shipped it out on Friday. He shipped it Friday, and I got it today. He shipped it Friday, and it hit from HK. He shipped it Friday. It hit New York port Tuesday. It hit the port on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday customs. Then I got it here Friday. So it's not bad shipping wise, but this is where I got, I'm going to put his info in the video once I film it. But he helped me out a lot because I got the last Wonder Woman from him. I was like, listen, I want it, whatever, hook me up. And I didn't pay a bad price actually for this one. I didn't go I think I paid, if I remember correctly, I paid like $60 or $70 above what retail from Sideshow, tax and shipping would have been. So if you took Sideshow, tax and shipping, I paid like $60 above that to guarantee getting
That's
that.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
That's not bad, actually.
It's not. The fact is, because I went into it knowing like I got this. Don't worry. Like $60 peace of mind, knowing that I got it, I was fine with it. So that's where I got it from. And so like I said, he actually just helped me get another Grail. Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
From the original?
Yeah. I asked him if he could find one. He found one for me, and I just hit him up sometimes, like, "Hey, yo, can you find this?" He'll hit me up, be like, "Here's the price if you want it." He'll try to find it from different people. So yeah, he found one. So I'm getting that one probably next week or a week after. So I'm excited about that. But let me jump over to Hot Toys page. Basically, I really just want to talk about. Well, there's Black Panther too, but here we go. Dewback.
Yep.
This I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you, Rudy, and some other people, but I mean, we're looking at our wounds over Anakin and stuff, but a Dewback can definitely make me forget a little bit, ease the pain, so to speak. Let me tell you something. When this was shown off during, was it Summer Showcase or whatever it was, Sideshow
Con, right? Yeah.
I was like, I'm not usually for like the blurg. I could care less about it. I just wasn't about it, and I'm like, yo, when I saw that, I'm like, please, let me paint a scenario for you, Rudy, and other people. When I started collecting Hot Toys, I started collecting in late 2020, and I was grabbing anything that was available. I was big into sports memorabilia, and I sold off my entire memorabilia collection. I had like, I don't know, $4,000, $5,000, I think it was. Like, it just not all at once, but selling and buying. So I started just buying Hot Toys, like just, oh, I saw this, I wanted that. I saw this, I wanted that. I saw this, I wanted that. If there's one regret that I have, it would be that I didn't get into Star Wars fast enough. I wish I had gotten into Star Wars back then. I didn't get into not that I never liked Star Wars. It's just that I was like Marvel, DC, like whatever it was. Like my top 5 Hot Toys that I got were the Iron Man Mark 43, John Wick Chapter 2, the PS4 Spider-Man, Batman 1989, and Justice League Superman were my top 5. And so like I was just getting whatever. Like I want that, I want that, I want that.
Right,
And
right.
I get so upset because I remember vividly being on Sideshow's website and like the Emperor on Throne was on there, retail. Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, retail. Like I could have picked up those kind of things. Like Return of the Jedi was phasing out while I was getting into it, but I could have grabbed them if I didn't know. Like, I would have went back in time, like, yo, grab that, grab that, grab that, grab.
Right.
I didn't. So anything original trilogy really hits home for me. It hits home. I don't have.
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
One thing, and I think everybody is probably going to say that was the stupidest move you could have made as a collector. I had the original Bespin Luke DX, the 2-pack that came with the weather vane, the huge diorama piece.
The first Star Wars DX.
Yep. I had that. It was a beautiful piece, and I was getting out of I was focusing on Marvel, and I made a trade. That figure, and I regret saying this, for the Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos.
Oof.
Worst mistake.
I can't.
I made the collector. I almost made you choke right there.
Yeah, I'm choking for one or two reasons. I'm choking for that, and then there's this guy on here that I sent an invite to that he actually accepted my invite, which people are gonna be shocked. This is a collaboration that's like 2 years in the making, but we got another Jersey boy here.
Hey,
well, New York, but
New York. All right, so New York / New Jersey. It's fine. We got yeah. So what's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I just got home from work. That's why I look like this. But thank you for having me. Rudy, how are you? Nice to meet you, my friend.
Likewise. Happy to be here.
Yeah, Rudy's new to the streaming game, so we're getting him we're throwing him into the cesspool of streaming with all the we're throwing him into the no, it's all good. We're just shooting the shit, really. It's just what it was. We're just we talked about the whole Artisan situation, what's going on with those, and I figure we switch off all the negativity and we switch to something positive, which is Dewback.
Wait, what negativity? What are you talking about? There's no such thing in this community.
No, I don't know.
How dare you? How dare you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm just making this shit. Like as always, I'm just talking shit. It's whatever.
Hey, listen, I got a comment on one of my videos accusing me of having, what was it? Toxic positivity. So that was a new one.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. I don't know. Somehow it's like insulted, but
it's the same definition as toxic masculinity. Same thing. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, I guess. But to recap, since you just came in, were you Fabs? I know you and I talked, but for those who don't know, were success. How would you recap your day 1, day 2 of your DX Artisan recap of your hunt?
Horrible. I failed at both. I didn't get anything. I mean, I'm getting the Joker, thank God, through somebody, but that Anakin was a joke. That was insane. And then the slap in the face was when they go, oh, it's random, so it's fair for everybody. What the hell was random about that? If it would have been random, somebody that had 9,000 in front of them would have been first, and that never happened. So that wasn't random at all.
Yeah. It was crazy because like I saw people, like even today there was people that like showed their pictures and they were like, there's 10,000 people ahead of you. I'm like, oh, good luck, I guess. I don't understand, but good luck. I guess. Yeah. Like I said, for the Anakin, I got as low as 121 with a minute left and your line in position froze and sold out, gone. I was like, okay, that's what it is. It's what it is, but I mean, that goes back to the whole point where I think that, the only criticism I could say about the queue system was it was a little off guard with the Anakin that the queue started at 12:15, not 12 o'clock. So it was like a queue for the queue, if that made sense.
Right.
And I guess you could understand because you're not fighting over 2 SKUs, you're fighting over 1. So I kind of can understand that. I can get it, but I can't. I guess I'm someone, like I said, I went into it already having one of each locked in. So maybe my mentality is different because I know I walked out already having one of each. I went into it knowing and walked out of it the same way. I had one of each already locked in. So maybe, and people can check me all they want. Maybe I have a skewed mentality. It's totally possible. But I thought the system wasn't as terrible as what people are bashing it. Oh my God. I think it's honestly was the best system that Sideshow has done thus far
Well, it
for
doesn't freeze, it doesn't freeze their what do you call it? Their server. So that's a plus. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I think it's worse when you're trying to like figure it out and everything's frozen and you can't do anything. I think that's more frustrating than what happened today and yesterday.
Yeah, no, 100%, absolutely. And aside from that, then the only other thing you can say is, well, they sent out random emails to people. Okay, I mean, you get a random email, you just sit there and you get a random email. But once again, it's not a perfect system, because how do you know someone who doesn't have 16 accounts isn't getting emails? I mean, no perfect system to it. At the end of the day, there's just no perfect system. He's Uncarded Review says I was number 200 in line on both days. Does that mean that you got one of each? Either way, but yeah, I know there's people that went in right away, same time as me, and they had like 300 people ahead of them, like, and I was 2,000. Like it did make no sense. It was just what it was. But like I said, those who are most upset, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the next year has in play, because there's definitely people out there that are like, I'll trade this for that, I'll trade this for that, doing all this bargaining and all this stuff. So the next year is going to be very interesting, and then also what the value of these things are going to be. I don't look at that BS where people are looking at eBay right now saying, oh, Anakin's going for $1,000. I don't care. I don't care about that. I want to see what the value is when the figures are released and people get them, kind of see where the market is trending with that right now. Like Wonder Woman, like the Wonder Woman I see on eBay, $800-900. Is that real? I don't know. I have no idea, because Sideshow hasn't shipped theirs yet. I mean, can I sell mine for 900 right now? I mean, probably taking offers.
Take it off.
So, but either way, so it is what it is. But Brad says, "Oh, I just got the Joker just fine. Today was a fiasco." Yeah, I mean, I think most of it is because we were fighting over one SKU, not two. I honestly think that's what it really was. But nevertheless, Batman Collectible says I was 2,700 for Joker. I was 427 for Anakin. Entered same time both days. It was all random. I mean, absolutely. And Payton makes a good point. He says the Dewback looks epic. Well, let's talk about the Dewback. Dewback. So I wanted this from the minute I saw it. I wanted it. I won't lie to you guys. I was greedy and said, you know what? I'm going to get two of them. When I saw the price, I backed down to one of them. I really did. I'm only going to get one. The price was too much. 700 all in. It was just, it's space isn't a concern for me. I have the space. It's just a matter of like, I don't need it that much, but I'm loving what I see here. And I love the fact that they didn't wait until like a New Hope anniversary. They just dropped it and was like, here you go. And I'm happy they dropped something today, because, I think a lot of the shadowing was going to be for like the whole Anakin thing. So I'm happy they gave us something that wasn't DX like fighting for it, that we have something to talk about. So I love this. Absolutely. I love this piece. I already pre-ordered this. I pre-ordered the deluxe, the Dewback and the Trooper. And I also got 2 Troopers. So I have 3 total Troopers, because I'm going to build a little army. Rudy, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, I did enough talking. What are your thoughts about this? I know
it's gorgeous. I mean, this is a gorgeous piece, right? Like I said, I'm starting to get back into Star Wars, and this feels like one of those moments where it's like
a nice introduction.
Right. It feels like, is this the time to start jumping back into this and get this piece? Because it just looks amazing. Like you said, the blurg, I saw that. It was great. It looked good. But this just this is going to be a centerpiece of any collection when you have it. I mean, first of all, just the scale of it, the magnitude, it's going to stand out. And the detail work on everything, I mean, they did a great job on this piece. I mean, it has presence. And I like the deluxe thing that they did too, having some swappable parts. So it's not just a static piece. You can get some differences going there. I like that. I thought that was a smart move for them. So this is really tempting. I haven't pulled the trigger on this one, but this is one of those where I'm kind of like teetering back and forth. The only thing that's making me hold off on this a little bit is the Ahsoka line that's coming up, because I've been sort of focusing more on Sith and Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
That's been kind of the Star Wars jumping point that I'm doing again. And I'm just, do I go for this and then not have the budget for what's coming? Or do I just say, screw it, I don't even know what they're going to release and just go for this right now? So I'm kind of 50-50. It's a beautiful piece, and I don't know that I can pass on it, but I'm kind of teetering back and forth a little bit on it.
Fabs, what do you say to somebody like that's in that position, who's teetering? Like, for just taking Rudy's position, for example. Like I pre-ordered this thing already. It's done. I got it. Got my money. What do you think when you have someone like that on the fence? Because I don't have big pieces like this normally. So this is a big piece for
Well, go ahead, finish.
No, no, no. I'm saying I don't normally have the only big piece I have in my collection is the DeLorean. That's it. So like this is another big piece for me that I'm going to be undertaking. But for someone like Rudy, not an example, but someone like that might be on the fence about that. What do you say about that in terms of, especially because we have Ahsoka coming out on Tuesday? With your knowledge and things like that, I'm picking your brain. Where do you think it's a good idea to day one pre-order or kind of wait on this a little bit?
Well, what I'm gonna do, because it's so expensive, I usually would get the double pack, which is, the Dewback with the Trooper, but again, $700. And it's not so much the $700. My issue with the money is, with that price, is the fact that within a few months it's $300 off and people are getting it for $400. That's what hurts me, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. Every time I hear that somebody got, something that I paid for full price for, they got it for, $200, $300 cheaper. That kills me every time.
Yeah.
It is what it is at the end of the day, but I'm like, wait a minute, like I could save all this money. But again, you have to understand too, if you're ordering from Sideshow, specifically, you want your figure, you want to be one of the first ones with the figures, right? So that's why I feel like anybody ordering from Sideshow, which is why I do it. I could easily be ordering from Big Bad Toy Store and everywhere else, but I do it just to be able to get it, as soon as possible. Not first, as soon as possible. So that's my issue with that price. I want to be able to get it for cheaper, so I didn't pre-order anything yet. I was even planning on getting the Trooper from Sideshow and then getting the Dewback somewhere else, just to hope to get them cheaper.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to strategize with this pack, but that $700 price point is really, really high for me.
To be fair, Fabs, do you have what is it? The Mando and the Blur. Do you have that Mando and Blur?
I bought 2 Mandos and Blurgs, and I bought 2 Quills and Blurgs.
So no, to be fair, I'm not saying that's the closest representation we have in terms of
it is.
it is and it isn't. So that being said, how much that was, where you were shocked that this was 700? I thought it was gonna be like more like 6.
I'm not shocked because it's a huge piece. The problem is, is it really worth $700? It's definitely not. By any means, it's not.
Right.
Anybody pre-ordering this right now, it's a huge fan of this thing. And again, there's nothing wrong. You got the money, go for it. But when you get these pieces, like for example, the Blurg, right? I got the Blurg, and when I opened it, I was like, wow, it's cool. It's big, it's massive. It's all plastic. It's all hollow plastic at that, So it's just. And we know that. It's not like we don't know that we're paying this. At the end of the day, these are toys, right? They're going to be plastic. Everything's going to be crap. But is it worth it for the collector to spend all that money, or is it worth it for them to wait? That's how I'm thinking about it. Specifically this one, the Blurg, wasn't $700, which is why I bought multiples of them. I tried, obviously, as I put them in the raffle. That didn't happen. So, but. This at $700 again. I said this before, is just, it's getting out of hand. And I understand it because it's a huge piece, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be pre-ordering this at $700. I could guarantee you that.
No, and what makes me think is that's gonna be low quantity too. So for those who want to play the blue screen game,
and that's my fear. That's another reason why I'm like, where am I getting this from? And I have to do it soon because. It's funny you mentioned that, because that was my mentality, and that was the same mentality I had with the Blurg. I was like, what if they're small amounts of these big pieces, and it turned out it wasn't. But my thing is, you never know, and it'll be that one that you sleep on that you don't get.
Exactly.
So that's always in the back of my mind.
Yeah. So like for me, I'm kind of, I don't buy as much from Sideshow anymore, because I'm just trying to find deals where I can. So like kind of what I was talking to with Rudy was, I pre-ordered this from the specifically, which is a local spot. And so with that, free tax, free shipping. So right there, I saved, and I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay. So, and I also use a coupon. He has a coupon code. I got $10 off. So I think it was like I think I paid it was like $710. He marked it up 10. So it was $700. But for tax and shipping, that was a big deal for me to save on tax and shipping. So like I was completely fine with that. So like the Troopers, so like I paid $700 out the door, where I know this thing would be like, how much? I mean, for New Jersey, for a sideshow, this thing's going to be at least $60-$70 at least.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah.
The DeLorean cost me $100 even to ship it to ship it.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's nuts right now.
I don't know if you show the website I found. Well, I didn't find it. Patrick Shan, shout out to Patrick. He sent it to me in the group, and
actually, Fabs, can you take control for a second, because I have to step away for a minute.
Yeah.
You guys have a conversation. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Right back in 2
So like I was saying, there's a website given to it was posted in the group, in my group, and the website was toys4kidults.com. So I'm assuming it's a Hong Kong website. I hadn't gotten my email, or I hadn't gotten my email from Sideshow regarding my what was it? My Doc Brown from part 3 and my Marty from part 3. So I was like, what the hell's going on? I want my figures. Anyway, I never got the email. So I just ended up canceling it from Sideshow. And I found this website. Like I said, the guy posted, Patrick posted a website in the group. $245 shipped. No tax, no shipping, nothing. It was just no, actually, was it? No, there was no shipping. So $245 shipped out the door. I bought both of them from them. And as soon as I bought them, I checked again, like I think the next day, and they were sold out. They already shipped, which is great. So it took them 2 days to ship. Very, very happy about that. So I don't know how long it's going to take for it to get here. Apparently, according to Patrick, since he orders a lot from them, it takes him 7 days. 7 days to get from Hong Kong to the UK. So I'm assuming, to the US, to New York, is probably going to be about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks max. But the reason why I went, elsewhere is because, number one, I'm not playing that waitlisted game with Sideshow. Every time there's a figure that's out for pre-order, it's all for pre-order and it's out, it's released for people to buy. For whatever reason, it's waitlisted immediately. And we know that it's not a real waitlist. So the fact that they're playing this game where you have to request, hit the waitlist and then have them email you that the figures are available, all that's doing is pushing people away like me, because why am I going to go out of my way to request this, this pretty much begging Sideshow for, let me get the figure so I could pay extra. I have to pay now, again, tax and shipping. The figure, it's already, let's say, example, the Marty and Doc Brown were, I think, $270 each on Sideshow. So $270 plus tax and shipping is over $300 right there.
Yep.
I got them for $30 less, so it's a no-brainer to go outside of Sideshow if you're gonna, like I was saying this before, if you're planning on staying in this hobby for the long run, Sideshow is not a good place to order from because they're very expensive.
Right.
That was the thing I said, Fabs, because anybody who talks about like the Joker and the Anakin, and when I said I got them overseas, like I bought them outside, and you get shit for it, like, oh, you spent more money. Nobody understands. And I was just telling Rudy about this to give some perspective, and Rudy's got we got an extra.
Sorry guys, I got a little visitor here. Let me.
I don't care. No, I don't care. This is, I had my daughter on stream. Like,
let me just see what she needs. Give me a.
No, don't worry about it at all, man. But like what I was saying is that, like we were saying, so like every figure, like Fennec Shan, Cad Bane, Marty Part 3, all those figures, I got them away from Sideshow. I was saving on average about $40 to $50 per figure. So I'm saving. So you know what? If I want to turn around and spend extra to lock in the Anakin, I saved so much money on other regular figures that I knew were coming in anyway. Screw it. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Like the Black Panther. I got the Black Panther today for the $280 out the door. No tax, no shipping. Yeah, I was fine with that. I just saved about $40. I saved about $40 on that compared to buying it from Sideshow. I was totally fine with that. And so like I'm okay. Those savings I get there at the end of the year, I'm still saving. So I'm okay splurging a little extra on something, knowing that like I'm good with that. Not everyone's like that. It's just you got to be strategic with it, and this is what it is. And this is another example with these Dewbacks. I mean, you got 4 SKUs here. You got the 2-pack or set of 2. You got the Troopers by themselves, and then you got the Dewback and then the deluxe Dewback. So you have a lot of options here. I do like the options of the mixing and matching. That's the first thing I was scared about when we saw this Dewback. Like, dude, I really hope we get the chance to break this thing up, because I really want a chance at the Troopers. Because for me, I love original trilogy, and I'm a sucker for original trilogy Troopers. I'm a sucker for them. I missed out on them, and the minute I knew I'd get one, like I see these promo photos, and I'm like, I hope we kind of get like a Sand Trooper like 2.0. Like I just, because you saw the Sand Trooper, I don't know what photo.
Right, the one with the orange pauldron.
Yeah,
that one.
I mean, I know it's. And let's be, I'm not stupid. I know these are all Fabs, you're saying on your stream, these are all repurposed troopers. It's not like they're reinventing the wheel. They're not breaking. They're breaking old molds and just repackaging stuff. I get it. Like it is what it is. Because it's because when I started collecting, I missed out on so much original trilogy. Like any chance I can get something, I'm like, I'm diving in. Like I really want these, but I'm just super excited, and it just opens up the possibilities of like, I love the fact that we didn't have to wait for a New Hope anniversary to get something. Like they gave, and it gives me real hope that I hope that we get the Death Star gunner station. I really hope we get that like sooner than later. Like I really want that. Like I really want that, because that one I'm buying 2 of them. I have them already set up in my display. I'm putting them on the corners, one inside, one side. I have it all planned. So I really hope they get that. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, it's a really good day, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. I mean, this is a kind of a day of Star Wars stuff. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's a Star Wars fan that's not getting this.
You don't know a Star Wars fan that's not getting it.
Right. I feel like they're all getting this. I feel like it's such an iconic piece that every Star Wars fan is like,
it really is. It's so iconic that it's so funny how like even it's so iconic that they even replicated the look droids, like a split-second scene in A New Hope, that it was like, and it was like I think it was either deleted or it was in like the digital, like the 97 updated version when they added the, I'm just crazy how like that's how iconic that this is, that they even put this figure in here in this scene holding the ring. Like I know one of my guys will be holding this stupid little ring just because it's iconic.
That's the whole point of the figure, to hold the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What does Black Knight says is, do we feel Anakin will be released as a sculpted head with the Joker, or do we think Hot Toys will do another round? I don't think they're doing another round. What's crazy to me about the Anakin is that this wasn't even dark side Anakin. This was light side. That's number one.
So
number 2,
exactly bringing up that point you just made, what's coming.
Dark side Anakin, Artisan DX.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep. 100%. You heard it here first.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, it's just, I mean, that's what's crazy about it, is that this isn't even dark side. This is light side. Everyone was freaking out over. It's light side. It's not even the dark side version. So it's like you're getting like the appetizer before the entree. That's really what this is. Eddie Rodriguez says, I'm not sure. And I guess what you mean by that is you're not sure you're getting the Dewback. It's one of those things I always say about Hot Toys. I mean, granted, I don't claim to be, I've only been collecting for 3 years, but I know one thing's for damn sure. Hot Toys now more than ever, they're testing our wallets of what we're willing to spend, and they're testing our space by making bigger, badder pieces. And if you're not prepared either way, like my whole setup right now is gutted right now. Look, brand new muscle racks. I'm building stuff, making stuff bigger to expand, because I'm preparing for like what I know is coming in. And so collectors got to be like, I'm always gutting my collection. I don't have a big collection. I'm not Fabs where I have a walk-in museum. Like my collection is very easy to revert and move stuff around. His is not. So he needs like 3 weeks off to like redo his whole collection, or if not longer. I can do mine in a day. So
you're not kidding though. It's crazy.
Yeah, so like I'm like 1% of his entire collection is mine. So to be fair, there's a little bit of a difference there. But I'm thinking in my head like, shit, I got the 89 Batmobile. I got the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. I'm stupid that I'm buying both of them. So I'm like, I gotta have space for those. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm getting both. Oh yeah, I'm stupid.
Wait, you're getting both 89 Jazz Inc. and Hot Toys? Really? Why?
Oh, yeah. Because I want
like to compare. Well, like to compare, or
you're
like,
gonna have a comparison video there.
I'm a huge 89 fan of Batman. Like I love anything 89. Number 2, I'm actually gonna use one for Batman Returns display and one as the 89. So like one shelf will be the 89, the other one will be a 92. Because the Hot Toys one as of right now comes with the bottom the rotating piece that drops down to rotate the
right.
car.
Piece, yeah.
So I'm gonna use that one as the 92 because I am getting like some Mars Toy stuff that is like they're gonna be dabbling in the Batman Returns, like the Penguin, Catwoman. So I do
Yeah.
plan on having an 89 display and a 92 display. So, and also, yeah, I want both cars for that reason. So I will do a fair comparison. And I talk shit all the time, but like I got receipts to prove. And I'm not talking when I say that, I mean like they got my money. Like I got receipts like, oh, I put an NRD down. Like I got hundreds already put away on these vehicles. So if anyone wants to challenge, like I'm doing it for clout. No, money's gone already. Like there's
I
money
don't
spent
believe
on
you.
this thing.
I don't believe you.
All right.
I'll trust you when I see it.
I'll send screenshots of Yost that has my money so far, like my payments
Oh
to
my
Yost. He's got months of payments already.
I heard you got 20%.
I have to put up my my payment for the 22. My next monthly payment for that one is coming up. So
I know it's like
that's painful.
What
He's
is
getting my wallet.
16 Enthusiast says, do you guys ever worry about customer service and returns when buying from overseas? I don't buy from overseas that much at all, really. Overseas purchases, I got the Wonder Woman, Joker, Anakin. I've bought like 4 things overseas and I've been successful. I haven't bought from I refuse to buy from Toys Wonderland. I never bought from them.
Yeah, I won't risk it.
Pop Collectibles. No. The only people I've only ever bought from William Wong and 1/6 Kit, to be honest with you, if you want to count overseas. Those are the only 2 people I've ever bought from. I don't do a lot of excessive purchasing just because, you know, I don't need stuff that fast. I just when I'm in a pinch and I want something, you know, and I can do it. But those are the only 2 people. And 1/6 Kit is I think his customer service is outstanding for a dealer. I think he's got the best. I mean, his reputation speaks for itself. And I think personally, William Wong is a great also as another source in terms of like I don't want to say reseller like in a negative term, but a guy who can hunt and find stuff. He's been great for me as well. His prices have been extremely fair. Like I told you, the Wonder Woman, I only paid about $60 above retail for Wonder Woman. I mean, I can't beat that for that peace of mind. So I think they're great. But I think you can have issues, I think, with anybody. I mean, I'm taking a chance buying stuff from local dealers and not Sideshow. Like the Batmobile, the 89 Batmobile, I'm actually getting it from off the racks versus Sideshow because I'm saving on that shipping. I don't want to pay that shipping, so I'm going to buy it from him. But yes, I run the risk if there's an issue. But off the racks has been really great with me. I never had an issue yet. And to be honest with you, unlike the DeLorean, I knock on wood, I don't think there's going to be as many issues with the Batmobile as there is going to be with the DeLorean. I mean, anything could ever happen, but I just mechanical mechanisms. I mean, I'm probably jinxing myself already, but I'm saving on that shipping and stuff going that route. So we'll see what happens. But he says, thanks for responding. I know I'm going to sound like a whiner, but I was hoping on this Anakin because the Jedi Starfighter is meant for him. So I hope for a sculpted version. Well, I think we all wanted an N1 Starfighter and that didn't happen. So
well, if you believe anyway. Yost, right? He's looking into that now. So
yeah, and and people are paying $600 for the snow speeder just on shipping alone. So yeah,
it's painful.
Uncard Review says I have the Hasbro Black Series Dewback set. I'm tempted to get the Hot Toys version. Yeah, it's not pink, it's salmon.
This guy.
Oh man. Unreal. I saw the salmon. I get you. But anyway, that's but yeah, like I said, it's I think it was a good day overall. There's going to be people that are, they're going to be upset until the next thing comes out. It is what it is. Fair talk about. Let's do one more. Let's do this guy. This guy came out, which I snuck under the radar, but this guy, Black Panther. So I know Fabs, you got this one, right? You got him.
Yeah, he shipped yesterday. Thank God. I'm so excited for this thing.
Rudy, what about you?
I was tempted, but I have the original, and even though this is definitely an improvement, I passed. There's way too much. I buy way too many figures. My wife is every time 100%. A box comes in, I have to sneak it in. So
I think we all do.
Yeah, I'm in the doghouse.
It looks great. It looks great, but
I was getting text messages. If you watch me on the replay, there's moments where you see me kind of distracted. It's because I'm texting my wife because I'm in the doghouse over the Wonder Woman. So it's happening live on stream right now. There's definitely moments where I was like stuttering while I was talking because I was responding to a text message where I was in the doghouse.
That's the worst.
Absolutely. you know, I think the Black Panther's a great figure. I mean, this one I got to say is clutch. I had it. I won't lie to you. I pre-ordered it, and then I went through a cancellation phase where I had to cut back on a lot of the figures. I'm really trying to cut down my Marvel, and he was one of them that missed the chop, that hit the chopping block. But luckily, I was able to grab one from a local spot at retail, so I got an invoice today for it. So I am getting this one. He is coming home. I just looked at it. I'm like, dude, it's Black Panther, man. And you know what it is? It's the OG suit. It's not the. It's like the Civil War suit. It's not. I never liked the Solo movie suit. I liked the Civil War suit. I thought it was bigger, beefier. I liked it more. I liked the design of it more. So I'm happy they went this route with this figure. It's going to be another museum pose figure just because the creases in it are just fun. So and you know, it's gonna be fun display with the head sculpt on or without the head sculpt. And the sculpt looks great on this. I mean, it doesn't. I know a lot of people who had the original one. They went with like that third party. I think there was a third party that was doing a sculpt. I forget who was doing the sculpt on it. Who it was that did it, but I know a lot of people were replacing the Hot Toy sculpt on the original one just because I know a third party one.
Max Newt was making
Max. Yep, that's
right,
what it was.
right.
Actually. Yep. But another great piece. I mean, I love it. I love this. I'm really excited that like I almost missed this one and I got those back in the collection. Yeah. Big Dog says mad flexible, just like that 2099 that everyone loves so much. Yeah, I can't wait to see everyone's fantastic poses of that figure in their collection. And I don't mean poses like you take a pose and you take a picture and then you put it back in museum. I'm talking about like it's been in that pose for 3 weeks.
Yeah, leaving it.
There's a big difference. Like I can snap some pictures of Spider-Man and show them and then put it back in museum real fast. I'm talking about, you know, pose it and leave it that way. Wakanda forever. Yep. The ritual mask is amazing. Great accessories with this one. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. 1/6 shooter in the house. What's up, man? I hope you're doing great. Love the Dewback, but I don't think I can spare the space. That's what it is, man. I mean, they're testing us. Space and wallets. You know, you could have unlimited funds, but not unlimited space. It's one or the other. But for me, the one thing that saved it for me is I'm cutting down on my Marvel stuff. I'm sticking to a little more restricted stuff, but he was one that I had to sneak in the collection just because this is just, it looks just awesome. And I think it was fair, the improvements that they did from the original. I know there was I think one of the original announcement posts, they did the side-by-side of the MMS and they showed the differences, the bigger body, the more proportionate. So I think they were justified in doing it 100%. I think everything was really great.
Question for you. Why do you think that everybody's first choice when they have to cut out anything, it's always
Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh, it always is. So I think Marvel, what's funny for me is I cut out Marvel and increased Star Wars. That's exactly what I did. So for me, going back to when I was talking to Rudy, when I started collecting, I was grabbing anything that I just wanted. So like I said, my very first figure was the Mark 43. My second figure, not in John Wick Chapter 2, PS4 Spider-Man was number 3. Number 4 was the 89 Batman, and number 5 was, I just said it, was number 5.
Black Panther?
No, Superman, Justice League.
Oh, Superman.
So like Star Wars I didn't start getting the Star Wars Hot Toys until Mando got me into Star Wars Hot Toys. But I love Star Wars. I always did. But dude, Marvel is just really, it's become just too saturated for me, where it's like Phase 4 did nothing for me. There's nothing from Phase 4 that I really want. I don't really want anything. Dead Strange, I wanted it, but I don't want it. Morbius wanted it, didn't want it. Like I just nothing did anything for me. My Marvel is going to be stuck to the original Avengers. So like for example, Iron Man is the only one that can sneak through. Iron Man, the original 7 suits, if they do anything from the original 7, guaranteed getting it. There's no questions, guaranteed.
What about Morbius?
Morbius, I actually did want Morbius. I cut it because it just, he looks, I think he's gonna be a sleeper that people are gonna regret because the movie might suck, but that figure looks banging.
The figure,
I have the Morbius in order. I have that one.
Yeah, so, especially if you end up getting Dead Strange, those two could look really good together.
I have that one too. Yeah,
right.
Really good together.
And hopefully when they do the zombie cap and then the zombie,
you can make like a zombie collection. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So 100%. And I think, and you know, there's just too many of the same figures. It's like, okay, like Thor. I really like the Thor from Love and Thunder. Like I like that version of Thor.
I got 2 of those
with the long hair. But I still have the Infinity War version, and I still love that version of Thor. Like I just can't.
That was a good one with the eye patch. It was really nice.
Yeah, and I have a wired cape for him. I got from Unreal Customs. I have a wired cape. So he looks, I can't like
Right.
There's no need. I just
Can't
don't
replace
need.
them. You can't replace them.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so I think that for Marvel, the No Way Home line is really my love letter, where it's like that's really it when I'm done. And then there's a few one that snuck in, like Wolverine. I'm not getting Daredevil just because I don't like the yellow mustard suit. I'll wait for, like, if they do the show again, hopefully they bring back the red. So there's just Marvel's just, I'm not that much of it. I think that personally, when it comes to Star Wars, I think that Star Wars Hot Toys look better than anything else. I think that I just love the uniqueness of the characters. I think that for some reason, Hot Toys have some of the best head sculpts in their Star Wars figures. I don't know why. Star Wars just do something different. I just love them so much. DC's always there, but there's just not enough DC. So that's why I'm just like, okay, they're there. There's not enough DC going on. It's just
the reason I asked that question is because it doesn't make sense to me why. Like, I get it. It's like you said, it's saturated, but they're all new figures anyway. They're all different characters, So, and they're always, to me, they're always very appealing. Yeah. But I think the reason is because these figures, I think people know that they're going to lose value eventually. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why they don't bother, and they'll just get them later on. You know what I mean? So they don't have to spend that money up front when they know that eventually, because they're so, they're made so often that, they're like, you know what, we'll get it later. So I think that's why they do.
Like example, like Iron Man, like I don't have the Mark 1, but it's sitting.
You know what? You didn't get the new one either?
I'm going to get the new Mark 1, like the new one. I haven't gotten it yet, but there's no rush. It's it's sitting. It's everywhere. Like, it's literally everywhere.
Even that mech test, I thought was going to sell out too. And that thing,
the mech test was actually my first ever. That's my first ever Hot Toys pre-order, was the mech test. Like, that was my first ever one, was the mech test. And that's
the 2.0. The 2.0.
Yeah, the Mark 3. I don't have the Mark 3 on order, but I think it's still going to sit. I think the Mark 3 is going to, there's certain places I can still get it from. Sideshow, yeah, okay, it's waitlisted. And so I just think that, like, I know I got to get those, but like, there's certain things I just know there's no rush for. Like, I can wait on those to get other things. It's just like Spider-Man. I need Andrew, I need Toby. I don't need another, what's his name?
Tom Holland.
I have 3 of them. I don't need another one. Like, perfectly. Like, I didn't.
So you're not getting the last one.
He's the only one that I might get, but it's not like,
you have to get that thing.
Know,
is
the red.
That's a great looking figure.
That classic one.
But like that other one, like that gold one, the gold suit that was like the upgrade.
I was very disappointed about that suit. Like, I thought it was going to be. You know why? The promo pictures, if you remember, instead of that yellow, it was supposed to be all blue. And then all of a sudden, like, it went to yellow, and I was like, and then in hand, the suit is very like blah. You know what I mean? There's nothing
special. And I have the black and red from Far From Home. I'm like, it's the same suit, just different colors. I'm like, I don't really need another one. So, there's just, they're not doing it for me as much. But Star Wars is definitely like, oh, I see that. Like, I get really excited, and I just noticed that, and I'm just like, when I see certain figures, there's just more of an excitement for them versus other ones, and the excitement from Marvel, especially the latest ones that have been going on. And I'm not that person, to be clear. I'm not that person that I got to go see the movie to buy the figure. The movie can suck, and I'll still get the character. Like, you can have great characters in a shitty movie. That's just what it is. Like Morbius, that figure looks really great, but the movie looks, was bad. I never even saw it. But
that's what I told you, right? Like, at the start, I'm still actually heavy in Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, Star Wars, I to your point, Fab, right? I'm like, I think I'm one of the only people, I see all the streams, I'm like, I'm still collecting Marvel, right?
Oh,
and now it's almost independent of the movies, like you said, Ryan, right? It's just Morbius is a great looking figure and part of that Spider-Man like villains line, right? So I'm getting him, Dead Strange. I'm still picking up all the figures because even more so than the movies at this point, it's like, as a fan of the comics, having that cinematic version of these new characters, like She-Hulk. I wasn't crazy about the show, but to have a She-Hulk that's cinematic, that fits in with the rest, that's really where I'm starting to kind of get everything, and to your point, I've got the Thor Love and Thunder. I've got the Jane Foster Thor on order. I'm still heavy. I've got the entire Loki line came home.
I still need a Loki. I need this Endgame Loki, but I'm waiting. I'm
waiting on that one. I'm still waiting.
I want this. See, my original plan, which wasn't an original plan, was I wanted this one, and then I was going to hunt down the TVA Loki head sculpt and put it on there to make like the ultimate version.
Figure.
And then when they teased the Loki on the throne, I'm like, I might as well just wait, because if I'm going to spend $260, $250, and that one's going to be like another $100, I might as well just wait. there's no, I'm in no rush. I
Right.
can still pick one up wherever. I might as well just wait, you know. And there's still figures sitting there. I mean, like I said, I just nothing. And like I was originally gonna get the suit ups. Like I wanted this one. I wanted the Centurion. Not doing anything for me. I'm like, man, I'm good. Like I don't, you know, if it drops lower in price, I'll go after
Let me
it.
tell you something though. That suit up, that Mark V, is way better than the Silver Centurion, like
Yeah.
by a million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I was even thinking about getting the standard version because like, do I need the suitcase? Because I know
Yes.
how I would display them.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
I need the
suitcase is a big deal for that figure. You know.
Are any of you picking up the Mark 7, the new one that came out with the suit where you could put the figure pose with the suit
I
above?
pre-ordered it already. Yeah, I have it on order.
All right, I got that
Yeah.
one too. That one
That
looks
falls
fantastic.
into the grandfathered rule, so I
That's a
pre-ordered it
must
already.
because of that Tony.
Yeah.
Right there. I would have loved it if they sold the Tony by itself. If just having the Tony is awesome too. I mean, just the
Yeah,
figure
that-
itself is
yeah.
cool, but it
The
was a
Tony
nice. Oh
looks
yeah, I
really
day
good.
one pre-ordered this. I'm still wondering how it's going to get displayed in the right way, but because this is how I have to display it like this. The whole time they had
That's
it
how I
displayed,
wanted
like,
to play too. That's
horizontal. You know,
Yep.
they had it vertical or whatever. But yeah, no, this is definitely one that's coming home. Absolutely, I already pre-ordered that one. But yeah, I mean, Marvel's got good stuff. I mean, like Guardians of the Galaxy, I started pre-ordering those. I'm not sure if I can commit to Guardians of the Galaxy just because I wanted them because it's the first chance to get the full line. But this
Right.
isn't my version of Guardians. For me, when I think of Guardians, I think of like Volume 1, Volume 2, and that
Right.
time has kind of passed where I'm not going to backwards chase those. I'm not going to do it. It's just not worth the money for me to do
Yeah,
it.
it's not worth. Well, it's not worth it anyway. Those bodies are crap by now. You know, everything's
Mhm.
updated. So
right.
go backwards at this point. You know, for those figures, you know, the leather, not you know, not mine specifically, but you know, some of
In
those
general,
leather
yeah.
Star-Lord, you know, by now they could be messed up if you buy them. You know, so
Right.
you don't want to risk it either. It's not worth it. You know.
Yeah, 100%. So, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I know short stream. It's like 7:42. I don't want to do a little bit of time, but I appreciate it. But we're just sitting here shooting this shit and just talking. And so I wanted to get Rudy's. I wanted to throw Rudy in the deep end of live streaming. So I
It's exciting.
appreciate
It's
it.
exciting to do this, you know?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
fun. Hey, listen.
welcome to crack, my friend. Welcome to crack.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
I know that. I know
mean,
there's going to be a problem, I think.
well, you know what it is that like streaming's fun. It's just that, you know, stay true to yourself. That's all I'll say. Don't get sucked. I got sucked into shit and got myself out of it. Just stay
It's an
true to
amazing.
yourself.
It's an amazing.
It's fun
outlet.
when we're just like this. When there's
Fun.
3 people here, when we're just shooting the shit and like we're just having fun. I mean, I know Fabs is like that, and it's like other people. Like I try to have a stream where it's like if the 3 of us were together, sitting like drinking or just chilling, like and
Right.
talking collectible, like this is the conversation we would have. Probably a little more cursing and more adult. But trying to be, I don't want to get
what's so
totally.
funny? You know
kicked off
what's so
the-
funny you say that. I was telling I forget who, and I was like, can you imagine? I said I want to go on Rumble. I said I want to be able to curse and talk even and say more stuff. But then but then I forget who it was. They were like, you probably lose all your followers. I was like, probably.
Yeah. But it's like it's fun, that's the whole point of it. I mean, I don't take it too serious. It's just sitting here having fun and just chill live stream. That's all it is. And I just try to be
Yep.
like, if we were just to sit around a table and talk, this is how it would be. Honestly, there's no like,
Right.
we talk about our thoughts, shoot the shit about stuff, and that's just what it is. And I appreciate those. I'm not one of those big streamers that I have 300 people watching me. I when I say this respectfully, like I don't care. I appreciate every single person that's in here. I really do. I appreciate everybody, the support.
Wait, hold on.
But
hold on.
like, if you don't want to watch, don't watch. If you want to watch,
You're-
watch.
You're saying you don't have 300 watching right now? Wait, what am I doing here? What a peasant. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. So, but yeah, it's just fun, dude. Like I said, it's fun. It's fun. So it's like we're just having fun. So Rudy, you're welcome back literally anytime you want. Like I try to stream every week, but it's hard for me with my my family and stuff like that. I try to get streams in when I can. So like today I was able to sneak one in. And
Right.
the thing is, it's like the right timing because you want to talk about current things that are going on, but you also don't want to beat a dead horse because there's other people that are just going to beat a dead horse all the time, talk about the same stuff over and over again. So I just try to pick and choose my battles, so to speak. And I thought today I was going to stream on Friday anyway. And I was like, ironically, it's the week of the DX Artisan. So I knew there'd be some stuff to talk about. I was hoping there was more. And thankfully the Hot Toys gods blessed us with the Dewback.
The
So there's
Dewback,
more to
yeah.
talk. Yeah. I didn't want to be too miserable talking about stuff that wasn't, that, we couldn't get. And Don says, sneak one in. That's what she said. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. As always, you're, boom, on point. But Yeah, it's nice just to shoot the breeze with friends and fellow collectors. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Rusty says I'm late to the cast. Well, that's what the replay is for. You know, get me the views. Watch it on replay. Get the replay. That's what the it doesn't end.
Make me rich.
Right.
Yeah, my 2 cents. Yeah, right. So, but I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, I got Rudy's channel up, Rudy's 1/6 World. Like I said, excuse me, check him out. You're doing reviews, 1/6 scale stuff. Like I said, just doing genuine reviews on things.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. And if the invite stays open, I will definitely join you because this was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you didn't do anything degrading to get yourself kicked. Yo, you got to be pretty. You got to do some pretty low shit to get kicked off my stream, my friend. So like, I'm pretty. You know, you're perfectly fine. So don't worry about it. And Jordan says,
I appreciate the invite. It was definitely a pleasure, you know, being here and being able to just have a little conversation with you guys like this.
Yeah, Jordan says 300 awfully specific number. Yeah, it's. I don't know where I pulled that out of. I don't like. Yeah, very specific, right?
It's your lucky number.
Yeah, Rusty said I already hit that like button. How about the rest do? Yeah, hit a like. I appreciate it. Big Dog Pound 1 says thanks to everybody. Have a great weekend. Yep, absolutely. So, like I said, check out Rudy's channel. I got his stuff in there. Also, check out Fab's too. I didn't, you know, him and I had a last minute correspondence of coming on. Otherwise, I would have linked his stuff in there. Fab's, I think you're. Hold on, before we go. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Hang on a second. What are we doing here? Are we there yet? Oh, we are there. Okay, you hit 3,000. I know you. Oh, are you?
No, not yet. I have like
close.
Guys. Wait a minute, guys. He's at 299. Is that like one? Does he need one subscriber? Is that what this is? Or
no,
is it
4.
one?
I need 4.
Hold on,
you need 4.
Wait, I'll tell you right now.
4 subscribers.
Let me be specific.
Can we do this? Wait, really? Let's come on.
I'll tell you exactly how many.
He dropped the link.
I need exactly 4. Yeah.
I just dropped
exactly 4.
4. That's it.
I just dropped his channel link in there. Can we please get 4? All day I've seen 299.
I just subscribed. That's
thank
one.
You, I appreciate it. Yeah, I subbed to you too.
There you go.
That's so one right there for you.
Three more, guys. Let's do it.
The weekend, my Anakin. Yeah, it's like, come on, guys.
Thank you, guys. I
more.
Appreciate it.
Let's do it. But like I said, Fab's Figures, as always, making content. I mean, you're streaming all the time. You're out there. You're a vet in the community.
Yeah.
You're posting live streams, videos, doing your thing all the time. So obviously, check them out. Yep, shorts. Doing the shorts. I don't do shorts anymore, but yeah, I don't do them. You're doing shorts all the time. You're doing videos, live streams, everything.
Every day. Because, like, you know, the thing is with me is, you know, I don't network with anybody. I don't stream with anybody. So I have to constantly beat up the algorithm to get somewhere. So that's the only reason why I have to constantly keep pumping out content, just because of that. If I was streaming with other people constantly, you know, with the big names and all that stuff, I wouldn't bother with any of that. So, you know, because I'm doing it all by myself, you have to, you know what I mean? You have to do something. So,
yep, there you go. Shorts are awesome. Yep. Dewback is.
Well, you're streaming with a big name right now, Mr. Mom's Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, besides him, no, he makes it. He plays it down. He plays it down like I don't know nothing. He's bigger than me. He doesn't. He's just trying to be humble and what do you call it? And trying to play it off. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Down to earth, right? That's the good mindset.
If I knew that, I would have had 3,500.
3,500.
Yeah, right. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. We had fun just shooting shit as always. So I'll probably do another stream next week, see what's going on. Anything coming up on the channel for you guys? That be on the lookout. Fabs. Yeah, I know you're doing shorts all the time. Reviews. You got anything going on? Are you streaming Saturday?
I am streaming Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I have my my bark speeders are here, so I'll be making one video tonight. Then I'll make the other one either tomorrow or the next day. And then I have Black Panther coming. I have Neo coming probably next week.
Doghouse.
Yeah. Then I got like I said, the Back to the Future figures. Those two probably in a week or so. So we'll see. So I got a lot coming.
Rudy, what do you got going on? You have anything coming? I know you just posted a video today. What do you got going on?
So next review is actually this guy right here. I don't know if you guys can see him. From Exo6, Locutus.
Okay.
So he's my next review coming up. Then I got a bunch. I got Classic Loki. I got Thena from the Eternals. Probably one of the only idiots that bought her.
You're the only pre-order.
I was the only pre-order for that one. Then I got Neo coming too. I got my final payments coming out soon, so we'll see the glasses come out.
Yeah.
And then what else do I have?
Dollar store glasses.
Yeah, that one. It's a good thing in the movie he doesn't wear the glasses until the very end, so you can kind of just say, let me chuck them, keep them in the box. So I got that Neo coming. So a couple reviews coming up, and then listen, if you get your streaming, this was fun. So
yeah, absolutely. No, I would do all the time. I'll probably do another stream next week. We'll see what happens. See how the schedule plays out. The only thing I got going on is I'm in the doghouse for it, so I might as well just enjoy it.
Before you continue, let me speak. I'm your guest. Come on. So I feel like I was ripped off today. So if I don't get invited back, there's a problem. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, continue. I'll continue. I'll make sure to strike that out of the replay. But no. Anyway. The only thing I got going on is I'll do the review for the Wonder Woman tonight. I'll start filming it tonight. I'm gonna film it between today and tomorrow. To be fair, like I said before, there's not a lot of reviews out on this thing, and I know there's gonna be other ones like Fabs. You got this coming in. I know a couple of people have it, so I'm not trying. But like I know thus far the reviews that I've seen, it's funny that like they opened up more questions than answers almost because people were skeptical about the stuff. So I actually watched the content that was out there and kind of knew how to pivot in terms of what I'm going to do. And likewise, someone's going to watch mine and pivot what I'm going to do. It's like, it's how it is when you're doing reviews. But so for right now, I saw the big names that did the reviews. Justin, don't speak his name, Justin. And so like, I know his review had a couple questions that's why I was like looking at mine to see like, I'm going to try to like see what he did. And I'm not anything different, but like, I'm just going to try to answer more questions because there's not going to be a lot of these out there. Like Fabs will have a review, I'll have a review. There's honestly not going to be a lot of YouTubers that have this figure. Right. So it's probably going to be like, when I say legitimate, like YouTubers, probably going to be about 10 or less people that have reviews out for this thing. So I just want to, I'm not trying to be a review expert, but I'm just trying to do a justified, honest review and just try to put in as much content as someone would want to watch and just get curiosity about it because it's not a DX Artisan, but it is the first. This is the beta, so to speak, of the the rooted wool going forward. So I'm just interested in get my hand, crack this thing open and see what it looks like. So I'll drop that review probably like on Monday morning. I'll film it this weekend and then drop it Monday morning. So, but yeah, that's it. So right. I hope everyone is doing great. I appreciate the turnout. Wait a minute.
No.
Refresh.
No way. No way. Yes way. Thank you guys. 3,000 exactly.
All right, now
congratulations, man.
I'm gonna go on.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
There you go. 3,000. Glad to be a part of it. Let's see. I'm interested to see the next original Wonder. I'm interested in seeing her next to the original Wonder Woman figure. That's what's gonna be different than like Fabs and me. I have the golden armor and the 84 because that's just what I was able to get when I started getting Wonder Woman. So I know Fabs has got more than I. So that's where where we're going to vary. Well, he's going to be able to show you a greater transition of Wonder Woman than I'm going to be able to. I'm going to be able to show you two other figures. So
well, that's one thing I do. It's like nice. I pull out the older figures, not to compare, not to say this one's better than the other, but to show you how far Hot Toys has, how far they've come from, from the very first one to what they are now. And I don't know if you heard this, but apparently Inner is making their Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you think of that.
To be continued. No, to be honest,
it's a conversation unto itself. To be honest,
no, yeah, it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not totally opposed to it. The problem is there's certain like I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Like to me, that's my Wonder Woman. I love her as Wonder Woman. So I won't lie to you. If they come out and make one, there's a very good possibility that I would get that figure. But things just gotta like. I wouldn't jump in line first, but I have to see some stuff. You know what I mean? You can't woo me with just a prototype photo. I gotta see stuff to really be invested in. But I wouldn't put like the Superman, Henry Cavill. I'm 70-30 getting that right now. Like when I saw the neutral expression,
that's what I don't like. I don't
like that. But when they showed me that angry one, but the angry
expression was great.
That's how I'd have it displayed because I think the Hot Toys one sucks. It's not good. So when I saw that angry expression, I'm like, now you have my curiosity.
Yeah, that sold you.
And how he was displayed at the showcase is how I would have him with his hands like ready to shoot the lasers. I still need more though. I need to see pricing. There's more I need to see. So
right
in our Wonder Woman. Yeah, probably. So we'll see. But the problem is you got to wait. Like my daughter's 3, she'll probably be 7 by the time the figure comes out. So,
Yeah.
so
Like I
I
said,
got
in
time.
our conversation by
Another
itself, just on that one.
Well, hey, listen, Rudy. The one thing that you got to realize that when InArt's mentioned in the thumbnail, it gets the views. So just
There you go.
say that for another stream. That's part 2 of that gets the views. So I'll leave you guys with a couple. Let me drop a video and then we'll peace out. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next stream. Let me see what we got here. We're gonna do.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that for $1.
That's everything.
Thanks.
Thank you. In about 30 years,